Now we will see the reaction of pilot and the reactions of ATC officers on that day. And I have to say that the pilot did his best, and the air traffic controllers, especially in Vietnam, did their best. So the pilot didn't have to contact air traffic controller if he is in emergency phase. He has to save himself and the passengers. For example, if they were in a decompression of cabin, pilot will immediately leave the airway, turning to the right and descending to flight level 120 and between 120 and 100, where he has enough oxygen, and then fly back to alternative airport or military base to check the airplane and to help the passenger if it is needed. In old procedures concerning the emergencies, the pilot using any means at his disposal to attract attention and make known his conditions. Any persons taking any means of this disposal to assist the emergency aircraft. So, the air traffic controllers, especially in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur, ACC, need to coordinate all activities with the militaries, Air Force, and the airport as the plane, as you know, turn right and go back to Malaysia in intent, I guess, to land in some airfield or military bases over here. So the procedure, radar alerting maneuvers say to Squawk emergency transponder code 7700, as you know, the transponder was switched off. Monitor emergency frequencies, but all frequencies were out of use, including 121.5 emergencies, and including 123.45, that's interpilot frequency. All these were out of use. So the only thing that he has to make is so-called body talk. Body talk as a term. And they have fly, that we call that triangle. Fly two triangle patterns as depicted over here, resume course and repeat it at 20 minutes interval. If only receiver is operating, then he is flying to the right. But if receiver and transmitter not operating, he's flying to the left. So the greater the altitude of the aircraft, the better is chance to be detected. Low flying aircraft should attempt to climb. Also, if flying is limited visibility or at night, landing lights and navigation lights should be turned on to assist in being sighted. Performances characteristics of ATC radars and the type of control service normally provided restricted the capability of ATC to detect non-transponder equipped aircraft performing these maneuvers, but military radar installation, excuse me, are the most likely sources of detection, and if radar contact is established, a rescue aircraft will be dispatched to intercept civilian air. If we get back to the situation of the last hour of flight, we will see the Captain Zahari made the right thing, and he made the right turn, then the left turn. and fly back to reach some airport over here in Malaysia. On the way back, he passed through Vietnamese airspace, Thailand airspace, and later on Indian airspace, and later on Indonesian airspace. If he was on this track that uh, Malaysian investigation and international team presented to the public. So he did his best as he wanted to avoid the traffic over here and the traffic over here around Kuala Lumpur and the traffic over here west of Sumatra as a part of Indonesia. On this map over here, you can see the surveillance infrastructure of Malaysia and the radar stations. So it's not correct that, to say that the military just saw the plane. These 15 radars, among them 14 are primary surveillance radar of civilian air traffic control units of Malaysia. On that sense, this is the area in Indian Ocean that was covered by ADS-B and the Bengal Bay in 2010. But the plane lost ADS-B and he was not able to communicate with the satellite and the ground station. Then we have noticed that he made a right decision and the good decision, the only one possible in that moment. But the response from the Royal Malaysian Air Force was tragic. They didn't send intercepting aircraft to see what's going on with MH370 in this part over South China Sea, over Indonesia, Malaysia, and over here in Andaman Sea. They haven't sent intercepting planes to see what's going on and to force, if it's hijacking, to force the plane to land in some airports in Malaysia and to save all other countries from the possible terrorist attack with a plane that is heavy more than 200 tons. And he is potential threat not only for Malaysia, he was potential threat for Indonesia and this part of Sumatra. On the other hand, we have to say that three countries are the most important here. That's Malaysia, that's Indonesia, and then Australia that missed to find location of the plane. So we have had three types of radar, primary surveillance radar that is in this region. That is civilian radars. Those are the meteorological primary radars and the military radars. So in that region, on March the 8th, 2014, we have had more than 100 primary surveillance radar over here. So nobody can say that they couldn't track. They knew the right track and they knew where is the plane now. Thank you.